Trump launches his own Trump meme coin, price soars overnight. So if you're asking yourself, is this like the Haktua rug pull? The answer is yes. Just like the Haktua coin, this coin holds no intrinsic value whatsoever. 80% of it is owned by a small group of people who, when they're able to unlock those tokens, they will sell them, and that will be the rug pull. CoffeeZilla did a video, Voidzilla did a video about this last night, so we're going to do a reaction to that and get into it and discuss how and why this is still happening.
Trump just launched a meme coin. Welcome back to The Void. This is not how I wanted to start my 2025. Let me tell you that right now. Here's the tweet. My new Donald
stressed.
Trump official meme is here. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for. Winning. Join my very...
So the announcement even kind of sounds like the Haktua one. My new official Trump meme is here. It's a token. You know, you could call it that instead of calling it a meme. A meme is just something on the internet. This is an actual like representation of something that is supposed to hold some sort of value.
Very special Trump community. Get your Trump now. Go to gettrumpmemes.com. When you go there, you join the Trump meme, which is buying something and hoping it goes up in value. Currently, that stands at a...
So what they're doing there is they're actually just preying on the people who don't know anything about crypto or how any of this works, and telling them that it's going to make them part of the community, part of the insider group, when in fact there's an insider group within the group, and those are the people who are actually going to make money off of this.
$13 billion market cap, because nothing matters, which, you know, is great. I think that's cool.
So market cap is like how much total money is invested in this coin at this point. Like if you took all the tokens and added up the price for each token, that's how much their share of the market would be.
I think that's awesome. In addition, $12 million has been made in fees already.
So this is where the real money on these rugs is made, is in these fees. Whoever is making these fees for each little transaction of Trump coin, that's who's really profiting.
Just on the trading volume, which is over $1 billion so far. And
$1 billion has traded. That's how many tokens have been, how much money has been spent on this so far.
I think that's even better. I'm joking. I don't even know. I'm speechless, actually. I don't know what to say. It's historic in its stupidity. It's historic in its grift. The level of...
It is a historic grift. I don't think... Yeah, technically he's not president right now, but we are 2 days away from inauguration, and he's launching a meme coin on Solana, which we just saw a couple weeks ago is a terrible, terrible idea. I don't understand it. Maybe it's because he can only do it now before he's president. Maybe once he becomes president, he's not able to do this grift anymore. And he saw the dollar signs. I don't know. It really doesn't make much sense.
Of scam here to use the days before your presidency, your inauguration, to use that as a hype project for the meme. Like, did this guy want to do the presidency the second time, or was this the meme coin hype plan?
I don't think he did. I think this was the plan. I think this was the reason. He needed that sweet meme coin money.
We're 2 days away. Okay,
forget about ruling the free world. That doesn't matter. That's not important. What I want to do is I want to rug pull everybody. I want to rug pull like half the country.
Understand, we are 2 days away from an inauguration. I mean, should he be writing a speech? He's launching a meme coin. Okay, that's the start of it. That's the start of the grift. Then you have to understand that the Trump meme coin, which has no value, no intrinsic value, 80% is owned by the Trump camp. Only 20% goes to the public. 10% went to the liquidity pool, and 10% went to the public allocation. Here's the rest of it.
So really more like 90% of it is owned by a small group of people. There's 10% in liquidity, 10% to the public, 80% is still locked up.
This is their website, gettrumpmemes.com. And yes, I've
36 months for most of it.
thought at first this was a hack. I was like, there's no way this could be true. They also have a, Donald Trump Truth Social post about it. Phantom Wallet has, verified it. I hope to everything that I will wake up and find I've been deepfaked. Let me just say that for the record.
It would be really nice if this was actually just a hoax. It would be nice because otherwise, like he said, like I said, this is the greatest grift in history right here.
This is wrong, and this is just sort of an initial reaction thing. I will do a follow-up if there's more details that come out. I mean, it seems like a straightforward grift to me, but I hope that I'm wrong.
Me too.
But at least at first glance, it appears to be what it looks like, which is...
So this goes back to, Occam's razor, or as Asmund Gold likes to call it, retard's razor, which is the stupidest answer is usually the correct one, which in 2024 proved true many, many times and will probably continue to prove true well into 2025 and maybe beyond.
Is a former president about to be president using the hype of their campaign to launch. I mean, it's so insane. I mean, it's funny in its insanity, but it's also gross in how cynical it really is. I mean, you have to understand, most of the people who actually buy this, like sincerely buy this, are like diehard DGen crypto heads who might make some money because they spend all day on Dex Screener looking for coins, and they caught this at 100K, or they caught this at 10 million, and now it's 13 billion, right?
Yeah, so some of those people who got in really early on, those people are going to make money. And you could, in theory, even with the price now, with it soaring overnight, you could, in theory, still make money off of this. But you would need an awful lot to invest, and it is a huge risk because you have no idea what the price of that coin is going to do.
You're going to make money. Most people who this is actually targeted at, which is normies, who go, what's a Solana? What's, I just learned about.
Yeah, so I don't know much of anything about crypto. This is definitely something that would be targeted towards me. And I know that, and I know better, so I didn't buy any. But I can tell you, I was tempted.
What Bitcoin was? What's a smart contract? Can I buy?
Which is why I then deferred to YouTube University and CoffeeZilla here, who is an actual expert on cryptocurrency, and I wanted to get his take, and here it is. And he's telling me my suspicions are confirmed that this is a grift, a massive grift.
Buy it with a credit card? Like the people buying this with a credit card? Roasted, dude. Game over. Obliterated. You're gone. You're done.
Somebody told me that early on in the whole crypto thing was that if you don't even know how to buy crypto, you do not belong in the crypto space because there are grifters out there, and it's a huge industry to go into that space where you can find people who don't know as much as you do and take their money.
You're never going to... And then, by the way, of course, the third group, besides the snipers, the people, the degens who are looking for this, who are going to make money, the public's going to get wrecked, and then the other people are going to make money, as obviously the people who are going to make the most money are the insiders. Number one, the part of the Trump camp that knew this was coming out, knew the contract address, who got it right when it launched, right? Obviously. The other people who are going to make money are the insiders who are going to get the rest of this 80%. So basically, Trump launched this through CIC Digital, who I think he launched his other NFTs with. According to this article.
So CIC Digital is probably basically like a shell company, which he's using to launch this coin so that, when it does come out that this was a massive rug pull, it was the company's fault. It was the CIC Digital's fault, not any of the people who actually own, operate, and are behind CIC.
Article by ABC CIC Digital is fully owned by the Donald Trump Revocable Trust. So it's kind of unclear exactly, like, is he getting paid a licensing deal for this? Is he just one of the guys? It's not that clear. But let's just break down, because I think that's kind of intentional that it's not that clear. Here's the creators. Here's the allocation.
No, they would never do that. They would never be intentionally unclear on the details to confuse people. Why would they do that? That makes no sense at all.
So there's 6 groups who are getting the rest of the 80%, and they're all labeled very obscurely. Like, it's just, creators in CIC Digital 1.
It was the same thing when the Hawk Tuah girls people were talking about, oh yeah, we set up a foundation in the Cayman Islands. It's like, well, yeah, that's what you do. That's how you commit massive fraud, is you do it through a shell company. You're not going to go out and commit massive fraud in your own name.
CIC Digital 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. That's all the description we get, at least on this page. And you can see that they're not locked up at the start. They have a 3 to 12 month lockup duration, depending on the group.
Okay, so only 3 to 12 months of lockup. So it is exactly what it looks like. It is a massive rug pull, and in the next 3 months to a year, it will have completed its life cycle. So like he said, if you got in at 100K or whatever, great. You just made a ton of money. But don't expect to get in today, yesterday, or any time in the next 3 to 12 months and actually make money. You're going to get rugged.
And basically they unlock over 24 months. That's the punchline. So over 3 years, all of this will be unlocked. This token will be diluted.
Okay, so 3 years total, but starting as soon as 3 months from now.
By the rest of that 80%. What I think is so cynical about this is that it's going to fully vest during the presidency. So it's like there's no way that they're not going to get millions of dollars out of this. They're going to extract so much value from the Trump base and degens, of course. But
and that is the whole point. That is the whole point, is to extract as much money as they possibly can from their base.
It's insane. It's like going to be the historic grift. I honestly can't believe
it's going to be Trumpgate.
it. I'm like waiting for someone. Is somebody going to stop this? Like, is this allowed? But yeah, no, it's insane. I mean, how could this not, like, how do you expect people to lose interest in a coin when the guy is running the free world? And that's not an endorsement, because the coin is going to be sold by insiders. But it's like, I saw a tweet that I was just like, yes. Somebody goes, crime is legal. And that's how I kind of felt about
this kind of crime. Often is legal, and it's because it's so complicated that most people can't even comprehend how they're doing this. Now, this particular scam is not that complicated. We literally just saw it. I even pointed out in one of my other videos, there is a video on the internet of a like 12 or 13-year-old boy doing a rug pull on Solana live on the internet right in front of everybody, and it works, and he makes like 30 grand or something like that. So it's not even the complicated side of things, but this area, this crypto space is so complicated that most people can't even wrap their heads around the simplest concepts in it.
About that. I was like,
and I'm talking about me. I'm being totally honest. Like, I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know how it works. I know you can buy it. I know you can have it. I know you can sell it. But that's it. That's all I know. It's supposed to be like a digital currency, but I don't have any. I don't know how it works. So that's why I defer to guys like this.
That's how it feels right now. To say it's a conflict of interest is like, insulting all the people who've had conflicts of interest before. It's so crazy to use the presidency in this manner to pump a meme coin to enrich yourself, insiders, and basically everyone but your standard base, right? Because the standard Trump guy and girl, they aren't like crypto people. Maybe a little bit, like a part of his base has become crypto people because of this new crypto turnaround he's done in the last few years. But besides those people who've already gotten the coin, before you watch this thing, they already got the coin. It's a disaster. It's a disaster for most of his.
It is. It is definitely a disaster. I certainly hope the best. I hope that people don't put their, life savings or their kids' college money into this. Again, there are people who are going to make money off of it, but it's not the common people who think that putting their last $1,000 into the Trump coin is going to make them a millionaire and part of the, billionaire boys club. It's just not going to happen. And you need to realize that, and do not give your money up to this grift. This is a straight up scam, just like every other rug. It is the same thing, rinse and repeat, and they're just going to keep doing it. This is going to be huge, though, because this is the president of the United States doing it. And nobody is going to stop him.
Supporters. And that's what is like the grossest part of this whole thing is like, you're not only doing the world dirty, your own fans are gonna get wrecked on this. Look, obviously the website gives the old boilerplate, like we make no promises the Trump meme will increase in value or maintain the same value you paid as the amount you paid to purchase same. So misspelled that. Nice. This totally wasn't thrown together last minute, guys.
This definitely was, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like everything I do on this channel, this was thrown together, in the minute that it was thrown together.
Last minute to take advantage of this incoming inauguration of the president of the free world. The Trump meme website states that it is not political and has nothing to do with any political campaign or political office or government agency.
It's just the president of the United States.
Honestly, I think they're going to backtrack on this one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, there's no way they fully embrace this. It's too insane.
Or maybe it's a plan from the president himself. Maybe he's going to, take all of the money that gets made off of this and redistribute it to the poors. Maybe. Could be. Probably not.
They're going to pretend that they weren't like behind this. They're going to
And technically they weren't. It was CIC Digital, right?
I don't know what they're going to do actually. I don't know. Every time I think it's like it's gone too far, it's like it's so insane because Trump was like, doing this whole crypto thing. I know people are going to say, oh, he's been in crypto for a little bit. He was still pretending to be like on the sort of like, oh, we're trying to be utility side of things. He was doing like NFTs for the art, you remember the AI generated, or it looks like AI generated thing where Trump's like ripped and like in the Superman outfit, super cringe.
Those are hilarious.
And then he did the World Liberty Financial where they were going to do a fork of Aave. They were just at least saying that it was going to have utility, even if there wasn't any. What I find interesting about this is like, it's just, you can't even pretend that this is doing something.
No, the meme coins have no actual utility. They're not used for anything. They're, like he said, they have no intrinsic value. So there's no value in them except what people place in them. Much like the American dollar. The American dollar is just linen and cotton and ink. It doesn't actually have any intrinsic value, but it has value because the country places faith in that dollar, and their faith in it is that it is good for goods and services. This doesn't have even that, though, because just like because it has no utility. It's not serving as a country's form of payment. It's not serving as anybody's form of payment. It is literally just there for you to buy and have and lose money on. That's all it's for.
Distribution also, you have to understand, guys. I know some of you who watch this maybe aren't crypto people.
I'm not. I'm definitely not. I am not a crypto people.
This distribution is like insane. The crypto people are going to get behind this because they're sycophants who want to suck up so that the government is going to help them because they've been like kicked by the government for a while. So they're just going to suck up to power because they need regulators to be on their side. So you'll see a lot of crypto people be like, oh, 80%, that's fine. That's not normal. It's not. Maybe for like a layer 1 token where there's going to be like a ton of development work, then monetizing the back end supports development work for years to come. This is a meme coin. There's no development.
So what he's talking about there is like when a coin actually has utility and it's going to be used for something, they will withhold some of it on the back end so that they have that as like a reserve basically of money that they can use to fund the development of the coin and what the coin is going to do. Meme coins don't do anything. So there is no point in storing that value for later development if you're not actually going to develop anything. This makes sense. Even if you're not a crypto person, that makes sense. Why are you providing yourself all this money on the back end when you're not going to be doing anything over the next 3 years except pumping this coin as high as you can so that when you do start cashing it out, it's worth as much as possible?
Work to be done after this. It's done. They're just rent seeking 80% of the value of this thing. And it's a zero-sum game. So think about it. It's a zero-sum game where the last person holding the dollar loses, and they're taking 80% of the value. Need I say more? For no reason. For no reason. There's not a justification like, hey guys, we're going to like develop it for years. No. They're not even pretending to have a development plan in place. At least with World.
Well, it would almost be worse if they were, though, wouldn't it? Like, wouldn't it be worse if they were like straight up lying? Like at this point, they don't even have to they don't come right out and tell you that this is a rug pull, but they don't have to tell you that it's not either because people see it, they know what it is, and they still buy it.
World Liberty Financial, they were pretending. They had they were like, oh, we're going to develop this for years to come. Just kidding. Let's launch on Solana. All right. Well, look.
That is what it feels like. It feels like they were planning this and then they just decided a couple of days before the inauguration that they were going to launch.
I'll probably follow up about this later. I'm tired.
Yeah, I really hope that like maybe this is like a reverse rug. Maybe there's something in the way that this is going to unfold that makes it so that people actually do make money on it. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible for people to buy it up and squeeze the value out of it that way. With 80% of it locked up, there's not really a way to get any more of it than the 20% that's available. So that 20% changing hands is what's going to increase the value of the other 80. And once it's unlocked, there's nothing to prevent them from just selling all of it for whatever it's worth at that time, which is going to be way more than whatever they paid for it. It's a total grift. It's a scam, but I'm really hoping that maybe they're going to turn it around somehow.
For a lot of reasons. But
flabbergasted. I get it. Anyway, I just wanted to cover this story because it's not good. It's not a good thing. And I don't know how much longer people are going to keep falling for this kind of stuff. But if you're like me and you don't know anything about crypto, just stay away. You can't lose the money that you don't give them. So thanks again for tuning in. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.
What a start to the year. I don't know, man. Can we just reset this?